Circle isn't there. It's great. It's just
okay. If you need to, you can still tweak his ability scores.
That's
Yeah.
what I forgot to do.
That's all right. I forgot that a lot of you have weird options. That aren't in the
Yeah.
4 books.
I was already using.
And also, that's why I let you know that I'm not sure if I can make like Brave Sweet exact on D&D Beyond because I don't have any of the expansions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I have to like share them or something. So
It's okay,
I'll
darling.
figure it
If
out.
you can manually edit their like ability scores, and then after that, we can like add in and edit certain bits.
okay, I'll do that after the show.
That's kind of what I was deciding to do.
All right.
I just also trying to remember what I did.
So, hi everybody. Welcome to Dungeon Academy.
Woo!
We missed a few weeks.
It's been far too long.
Yeah.
The return.
But now we're back. The group
Better than ever.
the group is trying to put together the Rod of 7 Parts, a magic item that's split into 7 pieces, and the pieces are split all throughout the multiverse. So
We also have a golem we're trying to put back together that might also be in 7 pieces, but you know.
it's more than 7.
Exactly 7 pieces, John.
All right. So well, what? 2 arms, 2 legs, torso. So wait, that's 5.
Head, and then dong.
Oh.
Clearly.
Oh, okay.
It's the first thing that came to my mind. I'm sorry.
It's like Greek and Roman statuaries where it's always the.
Wow.
No, we can end this
Like
episode
the
there.
We're done. Thanks for coming, everybody.
We're done.
Family friendly. His pelvis is separate.
His pelvis. All right. So so they're looking for the Rod of 7 Parts, and they got the first piece, and they were in the Forgotten Realms, and now they have a Spelljammer, which is a ship that flies through space with magic. So they were flying and trying to leave the crystal sphere that the Forgotten Realms is in, and they passed through this radiant cloud that dismantled their flesh golem. The flesh golem is powered by necrotic energy, and radiant energy is the opposite and affects it in weird ways. So their flesh golem friend Fabio fell apart. So on their way out, they stopped at this weird place called Garden. It's there's all these planetoids connected by a huge tree, and wizards come there to study stuff. So there's this little mini fortress of wizard towers, 1 tower for each school of magic, and because they want to find a necromancer who can put Fabio back together. So the necromancer was out on an expedition, so they went to go find her. The necromancer's name was Duvalia Harkin, and her apprentice, Jaundice Pilsner, was leading the group to the expedition. So they found the camp, but she wasn't there. And nearby, there's this dome made of vegetation and vines and stuff. So the group headed towards it. There was this big plant that grabbed Lilia, but I think got out of that. And overhead, they saw like a green dragon flying over them, but it was weird. It was like it was like a skeleton with its skin kind of draped over it. So the group got to the dome, and it opened up, and this weird hovering magic diamond appeared before them and let out a massive gust of wind and blew some of them like far away. And then the dragon landed behind the group. And that's, I think, where we stopped. I don't remember who got blown away.
If I remember correctly.
Brave Sweet, I believe.
I got blown away. Jaundice got blown away. I saw the dragon coming, freaked out, threw an ice knife, crit, and that's why I remember this. And it started careening towards us. And that's when we stopped. It didn't land yet.
Oh,
Okay, good.
Okay. So why don't
The only reason why I remember that is because I crit. So.
All right. So why don't we roll initiative then?
Wow.
Oh boy. Straight off the bat here. That's terrible.
Well, this dice is a good dice. It's a good die. It rolled me a 20. I do not want to go first.
All right. So Lilia, what'd you get?
I got a 10.
10 for Lilia.
Yep.
Fun fact, Aya is very excited about PAX Unplugged coming up.
I am excited for PAX Unplugged because many of us are gonna be there.
Oh! Seraphine,
Excited.
what did you get?
I got 15.
A 15 for Seraphine. What about Winthrop?
I rolled a natural 20.
Aha. That
I do
puts
not
you-
want to go first.
Puts you at the top of the
Sucks to
order.
suck.
What about Captain Brave Sweet of the ship that you didn't name yet, or did you name it?
Underpants. I don't know. 7.
I remember.
It was the Story Weaver.
Oh,
Almost
yeah,
unanimous.
Yes.
The Storm Weaver, really?
Story.
Can we rename it
Story,
the
like a book?
Stormy Underwear?
No.
So the last I heard it
It could
was
be
some. It was like
Brave Sweet nickname.
It was like an underwear name or something.
I know, right?
So wait, Storm.
Story.
Story.
Oh,
Like
Story Weaver.
Story Weaver.
Story Weaver. All right. I thought you hadn't settled on like the.
That was Brave Sweet. She was trying to.
underpants.
She was very.
He was
doing
a
her
list of really
darndest.
great names.
To be more exact, it was Brienne being.
Okay.
Also Brave Sweet. Let's be honest here.
All right.
It was the combined forces of Brave Sweet and Brienne who voted.
All right. So, Winthrop,
Mm.
you see some of your trusty allies. I think it's Lilia and Seraphine, who are up by the dome. There's this weird diamond thing that blew wind, and swooping down at them is a green dragon that you just hit with an ice knife, which was not very knife to do to it. So,
I saw it
Can
going
we
to.
give reverse inspiration to the DM?
no.
Don't want to give them that power.
Reverse inspiration.
No, that means
Yeah,
Is that like
we take
gotta
away if we give disadvantage.
So, Winthrop, what would you like to do? You devastated it with an ice knife. And now what would you like to do?
Wasn't expecting doing something so soon after throwing a ice knife at it.
It looks like you did 42 points of damage to it?
Yeah, I did it at third
shit.
level. Because I just
Ow.
looked and it's at like on my makeshift keep track of everything. It was at third level.
Wow.
Fuck.
Wow. So, Winthrop, what would you like to do now?
Blind panic.
Well, firstly, if I remember correctly, I was prone. I'm getting up. I'm just gonna get up.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'll just hold action another ice knife, just like if it's going to do something aggressive, which probably will. I'll just throw another one at him,
Okay.
like towards the top of its head. I'm assuming it's big.
All right, so, and then Winthrop, there is a weird diamond hovering, like a diamond the size of a person, hovering in front of you, and
Right.
flying down at you is a like wobbly green dragon. So, Seraphine, what do you want to do?
Well, I don't trust no dragons, so I'm not as cautious as Winthrop. So I'm gonna hit it with the guiding bolt at first level.
Guiding bolt. All right.
Yeah. I'll roll the hit. Sorry. 16.
We're off to
Brought to you by Seraphine.
What?
Does 16 hit?
No.
Fuck!
It eludes your guiding bolt.
Crap, well.
That's
I
a
can't
good
do it.
name for a ship. Guiding bolt.
Uh-huh.
It's
Or
also
soap
a
opera.
spell name though, so
It's true. Is that it for Seraphine?
Yeah, I can't do anything after that.
Oh, now it's my turn.
Oh.
Do it.
what does Jaundice do?
Jaundice is quaking with fear.
God damn it!
That sounds about right.
That poor boy.
All right. So, Seraphine, this dragon, it makes 3 attacks. 1 with a
Okay.
bite and 2 with its claws.
Okay.
+7.
Fuck.
Oh my god.
13.
Nope.
Ha!
Claws. Oh. 11.
No.
Oh, 25. All right. You take
Mhm.
11 slashing.
Okay.
If I see that happen, I'm throwing that ice knife. That was my thing.
So it flies down and it starts swiping and biting at Seraphine and claws her once. And then the hovering diamond pulses and speaks in your minds. It says, "You should not be here. Leave
No, no.
me now. Leave me now and I will call it off." And then it is Lilia Starbit's turn.
What? Are you in some sort of trouble? Do you need help?
You say that to the diamond. It says, "No, gnome, you are the one who is in trouble.
But we didn't do anything.
Leave. You are trespassing on my land. I do not wish to be disturbed."
Well, we
Who?
need to get past here. We're looking for a friend.
I'm so resisting describing like a do not disturb sign dangling.
Do it.
If we're talking that vine dome, it's just written in the vines. It's like literally the vines are shaping the do not disturb sign.
Yep, they certainly weave
Question.
in.
I'm thinking
Question.
like there is a sign, but the vines grew over it, so you couldn't really see it.
But now they're really going back.
And
to
then we
their-
passed it, and then it like falls off, and you're like, oh.
Sounds about right.
Sorry. So, Lilia, what are you doing?
Question. Would suggestion work on those diamonds?
You don't know. You feel weird power coming from it. Ancient power.
Okay. Can I? Please, we need to get past here. We're just looking for a friend, and then we'll be out of your way. I promise. We do not mean to disturb you.
What is the name of your friend? Her name is Duvalia Harkin.
The necromancer person, I don't remember.
Yeah, Duvalia.
She's staying here.
Oh,
So
well, we need to talk to her. Our golem, he got destroyed, and we want to bring him back. Yeah. And then we'll leave. I promise. And can I make a suggestion? Not suggestion.
persuasion?
Persuasion.
Yes. Go ahead, make a persuasion.
Persuade that diamond.
Oh, Scotty gave you a nat 20.
Oh.
God damn it, Scotty.
Who
I
got a natural 20?
You did for puns.
Oh, thank you, Scotty. Wow. I don't have my Twitch on. This runs better
Yeah.
when I don't have fun.
It's okay, we'll tell you.
Okay.
So, persuasion?
Yes. Ooh, I got a 19.
Okay. The green dragon sits back on its haunches, and the diamond says, "Very well, you may speak with Duvalia." It opens, like, there's like a split in the dome, and it widens, and the diamond like hovers to the side and wants you to enter.
Thank you. What's your name?
Oh gosh, really?
Girl's best
You,
friend.
you need to know which characters you're making, Sean. You know how it works.
She'll talk to every one of them.
I am so old, I have forgotten my own name.
You
That's
get to name the character.
I just forgot.
How about Diana?
No. Diana, no.
The
What?
ancient diamond.
No. So do you all go into the Vine Dome? The animated dragon stops
Yeah.
moving. Inside,
Yeah.
there's like a pile of treasure, and
Oh.
you see a lady like kind of tied up in vines like a prisoner. She's sitting and she looks very uncomfortable. She's got long black hair and a black dress. And she's pale.
Hello.
Hello.
The dragon stays outside, and the entrance like seals up. So now you're just inside a sealed dome of vines. Although in the like the top of the dome there's an opening so light can get through. There's a big opening. So it's sort of like a football stadium with an open roof.
Winter probably has his staff and he's just clutching it like white knuckled, just like, don't like this, don't like this.
Oh, and Jaundice is with you. He says, "Oh, it's Duvalia. She's alive."
Oh my god.
Is she?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hello.
She looks at you, and like the diamond's hovering kind of close. It's like she looks at the diamond and she looks at you. Hi.
My name is Lilia. You're Duvalia, right?
Mhm.
We came to speak to you about our Golem friends. We passed through a.
You have a golem?
Well, we used to.
Hmm.
Had.
Winter, I'm reading How Many Fell Apart.
We went through a magical floof of good
Radiant
energy or whatever, and
Radiant.
they didn't fall apart.
Oh. What kind of golem is it? Is it crystal?
It was a flesh
She's a
golem.
flesh golem. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I would be able to help you, but I'm a
Looks
prisoner here.
Oh, well, that's not good.
The diamond says, "Yes. She stays with me."
Why, may I ask?
Yeah.
The thing pauses and says, "You wouldn't understand," and it like hovers over to the pile of treasure and seems
Try
to be
me.
lost in thought. Duvalia whispers, "I came here to study what happens to dragons after they've been a great worm for a long time. And it turns out that some dragons evolve into a thing that I call an air dragon, which is that thing over there. It has evolved into a being of energy, but it's kept its physical body sort of animated, and I'm trying to convince it to let its physical body go. But it seems to draw energy from me somehow, and it doesn't want me to leave."
Does it speak any language that we know, or is it just purely based on instinct? It could be relying on its emotions from its time before.
Oh, well, the air dragon is that hovering diamond, and it
Yeah.
speaks telepathically. So
Got it.
It's apparently animating that dragon body out there. That's its former body from when it was alive.
Oh, thanks.
She says, well, I mean, if you can get me back home, then yes, I can definitely help you with your flesh golem. I love making flesh golems. It's fun.
Didn't I something?
But you'll have to try to get me out of here.
Mr. Dragon Diamond thing. I understand you wanting to keep living, but I think that it would, from what I've heard, you might be well off not using that body anymore, considering it is falling apart. Maybe find a new body.
Just cast a spell magic.
It says, sometimes I leave the body inert, but I animate it when there are intruders.
Well,
I mean, that's fair.
The diamond
why
pulses.
are you staying here? There's
Di-
nothing really.
It says, for centuries I was a green dragon. I collected treasure. I killed many people. I did terrible things. And now here at the end, I am something else, and it all feels like a dream. One of the only things that reminds me that I'm still a being of the material plane is interacting with creatures like yourself.
Well, don't you want to be with like other
No,
dragons?
no.
No.
They're horrible. I was horrible. They were horrible. It was terrible.
Didn't you just want to make human friends?
I'll be your friend.
Well, you could be. You can stay here. You can stay here forever. I will nourish you with my vines.
Well,
Stay here.
we have a really good quest.
How about you come aboard our ship and be a member of our crew? There's plenty of friends to be made on the ship, and we would be privileged and honored with your company and protection.
My
Can I roll a persuasion test?
my time as a wanderer and a traveler is over. I wish to.
You wouldn't have to wonder.
As you
anywhere.
can see,
pretty.
As you can see, I like to establish roots. It's taken me many years to build this quiet little home and transport my treasure hoard here. And I prefer to bring creatures to me rather than seek out. You journey, I assume, to experience the multiverse. I have already experienced the multiverse, and I have had my fill. And now I wish simply to master my new form and understand it. And Duvalia is helping me to understand this thing that I have become. What she calls an air dragon, and he dramatically blows wind at you.
Well, pretty cool.
Brave Sweet's not impressed.
I do have a question though. Do you think she would not come back because why keep her here?
She probably wouldn't come back. I don't want to risk it.
Why wouldn't she?
Yeah, she studies you.
She came here to learn about dragons, right?
Yes.
So why wouldn't she come back to continue learning about dragons? I direct it towards her as well, just like, right?
She's like,
Isn't that how it works?
I would. And he pauses for a moment and goes, Make a persuasion or something.
Can I help her?
Sure.
Nice. Yes.
Would that be like a
You have
advantage?
advantage.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Like advantage or she rolls or I don't know.
No, she doesn't need to roll. She just gives you advantage.
That advantage helped so much. I rolled a 3 and then a 17. Hold on.
Yay. Awesome.
Hold on as I add stuff.
Your
Oh, that's
bonus.
just total of 18.
Okay. So
Not a lot of charisma, but
pauses and it talks to Duvalia, and she says she would come back on a schedule.
Ah.
And
Aw.
he says, very well. We will try this. See if she returns.
it's how friendship should work.
Duvalia whispers to you that, from what she can tell, this creature feeds on adoration, love, and affection. This is right out of the book. I don't know.
Oh, why?
So he's gonna be a little weird for a few days until she comes back.
Adoration and affection, huh?
We will try it and see what happens.
Okay.
He lets her go, and he opens the exit, and he says, "You're all welcome to stay here anytime for as long as you like."
Thank you. That's very kind. I'm sorry for attacking your thing. I have a little bit of a thing with dragons attacking.
That
We
was
all have a little bit of dragons.
that was a nice knife that you have there.
Thanks. Been practicing.
She's very powerful for
Ice knife.
his.
Okay, so you Duvalia like whispers, "Thank you. Let's get out of here."
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So, you leave the dome. The diamond like hovers there in the doorway, watching you leave.
I'll wave friendly. Just like,
It's gonna be okay.
He pulls.
I'm now
his-
imagining the
Make
diamond
hopefully-
having like little beady eyes, like little googly eyes.
Oh,
his googly-
little googly
He
eyes.
does not have googly eyes.
Yeah. For some reason, I'm imagining
In
Like-
Brave Sweet's Captain Notes, he has googly eyes though, probably.
No matter how far away you are.
We probably have like some googly eyes like, from one of our trips to like one of those like little tourist traps, and so probably maybe I stuck like 2 little googly eyes on.
Amazing.
I love it.
Yeah,
Alright.
Excellent.
Okay.
good idea.
So you retrieve Duvalia, and the air dragon is a monster right out of the Realm Space book. It's weird, but all right. So you're gonna grab her and bring her back to the Tower of Necromancy. This moon is called Templar, the mage outpost operated by 100 mages. So you're gonna go back there to Templar,
Yes.
and you're gonna bring the remains of Fabio,
Yes.
all 7 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Are they wrapped up in a bag or something?
Yeah, I think. I don't remember who had them.
Brave seems a little reluctant to actually do it.
Yeah.
I don't think
Winthrop
she's-
too.
You're reluctant?
Yeah.
Why?
Like, is Lilia actually the one like getting the pieces together to like take it to the necromancer?
I think it was Seraphine who had the pieces. I could be wrong.
No, I don't remember.
It's been so long, but I feel like.
Right?
But somebody did pack them up into like a
A bundle.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But Lilia's probably not strong enough to pick up Fabio.
Not the whole thing, just like
well,
Body burrito.
if you need help, Seraphine, I can do it.
The point is like Brave Sweet's not sure that it's the right thing to do. She's like, you know, technically we're done in this city. We came for what we got for what we came here for.
But what about Fabio? Listen, I when I Steven told me that if we do
Who's
this,
Steven?
my fish,
Oh,
Oh
my
yeah.
fish again, total future. Come on. He said that if we should do it because it would be good.
Said it would be fine if it worked.
So it's gonna be okay. And maybe we can ask if we can make him a new body, or give it not make him a golem, but like make him a real like a living person. So when we go through that kind of magic juju again, it won't happen again. Because I've heard of.
you think we could actually do that?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I
I'm
guess
not very. I don't deal in necromancy, but
Never
I
got a
did hear
necromancer,
stories
right?
of people who've been brought back to life in a new body.
That's why we got a necromancer to ask about this kind of thing, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
If it matters to you, do it. That's why we came. We want to help you.
Yeah.
You're a friend.
Okay.
So,
I guess we start moving Fabio's remains.
is it like in Empire Strikes Back when C-3PO fell apart and Chewbacca's got him strapped
Drop
to his back?
it.
Does somebody have
Sure.
Strapped
Fabio
to his
like that?
back, just like
Sure.
Yes.
So
Sure.
you bring the pieces to Duvalia. So like you have a sack and you dump them on a table, and it's like legs, torso, head, all that stuff. Just
these are the pieces. But Winthrop probably would be
She,
in
like-
the corner.
she gasps and like, ooh, like, ooh.
Yeah.
And we're a little bit like easy on the goods.
Taken aback for a moment. This is an incredible specimen. I mean, do you need this? Is there any? I could use a bodyguard. I'm just saying.
He's a member of our crew.
Okay, all right. You saved me from the
He
air
was the
dragon.
captain's bodyguard, so
Oh, I see. Of course.
It would just be like, it takes a long time to train up a real good bodyguard. These days you don't know who you can trust.
Okay.
Winthrop's
can't
just in the corner, just
All right. She busts out a manual of golems, which
Oh.
is a magic item that
Oh,
Gil tells you how to make and fix up golems. And she
Brave
starts-
Sweet.
she
Brave
starts-
Sweet wants to peek over her shoulder to see what she could see, maybe some information in there.
All right.
Is it what kind of can I don't know, sneak link?
Yeah,
I
you
don't know.
can. Flesh golems, I think, are powered by lightning, so there's going to be
that's interesting.
some lightning involved, and
She's
Can
just
I, can I ask her if there's another way to bring back his soul so that he was alive and not just a flesh golem?
Ooh, that's a
she
good question.
says,
So he won't fall apart again.
well, it was the radiant energy, right? It deanimated him, and it fried his bindings, all the stitching. So what I could do is use a different material to stitch him together that won't get destroyed by radiant energy. If that, I'm thinking we could use twine. That is-
so you can't make them
Make him what?
He seemed to have a soul. He actually was trying to learn how to write. He couldn't talk very good, but he was learning how to write.
She says,
He was trying really hard, so I feel like there's something there
Of his
for
own
him.
accord.
well,
No one ordered him to do it.
if he has,
Yeah.
I feel like that's an important thing to say.
if he
Yeah.
has a soul, that's beyond me. That would be the work of the Raven Queen. Souls are
Oh
She
shit.
says
Of course. Thank you. That's what I thought.
Souls are born in the plane of positive energy, which is radiant energy.
If there's a chair,
So-
Winthrop sits on it. If not, he just sits cross-legged on the ground where he's standing, just like, nope. Okay, here we go.
I
Starts
I
thinking.
work
He's like in this
I
position.
We see
work. Sorry, go ahead.
just in the background, he's in the fetal position.
He's not even
Oh,
in the
no.
fetal position. He's just going like this.
I mean, from what I understand, souls grow on trees in the plane of positive energy. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it's possible. I mean, these are parts from different people. Each of them had a soul. Maybe he has one of their souls. Maybe.
I work
don't know.
in radiant energy and in healing magics. Is there anything I can do? Like if I could revive him, or is it just like it wouldn't work because it's not technically alive?
Your energy will hurt him, Radiant.
Yay.
He's
Shit.
powered
I
by-
do have I have necrotic energy too.
Well,
I
that's
tried
good.
that when
That would work.
when we first found him. You inflicted wounds on him, and he spasmed for a little bit.
Could I try
But the
that?
stitches weren't stitched, so he didn't come back up.
Yeah.
Inflict
Like,
wounds.
I think-
Well, that would help. But
It's like I think you did some sort of
one thing I could do,
necrotic.
if you want.
What's the word?
Did he talk? No.
No,
He
unfortunately.
grunted a lot. He wrote, and he's still like this.
Right.
I'm like looking at his brain, and it's a little rotted, and I might be able to fix that up for you. Although it could go horribly wrong, but I might be able to
What are we
fix
doing?
up the speech center so that way he could communicate with you.
If I could, is there anything I can do to help? I'm experienced in like magics enough, even if I have to use like electricity or necrotic energy. If there's anything I can do, I have backed up various wounds.
No, no, this is no. We can't.
It matters to you, Brave Sweet. I understand. If it really matters, like at least we can say we tried.
Brave Sweet,
I
she says, Brave Sweet, if you don't want him, you know.
No.
Winthrop's just kind of muttering,
yeah.
to himself, like, "Was there a soul? Was there a soul? Was there a soul? Was there a soul? Was there a soul?"
Yes,
just like
that's like
trying to
Winthrope,
do
was there a soul?
anything, literally anything. Just was there a soul? Just to himself multiple times, just over and over again. It sounds like
Anywhere
he's
in that
going crazy.
fancy book of yours does it say that a flesh golem can have a soul? Any reports? Any previous encounters of souls?
No.
Then what can it be?
Well, she's looking at the body. Seraphine, why don't you make like either an arcana or a religion?
Okay. I'll probably do a religion because my arcana sucks. Ooh, that's really good. That's 19.
Okay.
Wow.
So you looking at the body, it was hit by radiant energy, and you see that it seems to have affected the body in weird ways, almost making it look more vital and with a little more color in it than it had before.
Okay.
So it healed the specific parts, but then destroyed the overall golem.
Yeah, because it was holding the actual pieces together. I'll
That's
relay
really
that.
gross.
Yeah, I'll tell everyone that. Okay, if we stitch it together, do you think there's anything else we can do?
Oh, well, we can stitch it together and reanimate it. Maybe fix him up a little bit, you know?
Would he be like this? Would he be the same?
Yeah.
I look at Brave.
Can I roll a? Is he lying? Can I?
Duvalia is not lying. You're sure?
Okay.
To the best of her ability. She's getting out some special twine that's got like mithril worked into it.
You know what?
Ooh.
Brave Sweet will be like, okay, but she's like watching them very closely, like.
It's okay. To calm her nerves, I'll help
And she'll
out.
probably ask a bunch of questions. So like, what does this do? What are you doing? What are you doing?
All right. So she puts him on a slab. First part is just to stitch him back together. So,
Sorry, Win.
stitches.
So,
Stitch.
as soon as anything that it looks like they're actually starting to undeadify him, he exits the room. Also,
Okay.
he's still muttering like, "Is there a soul?" And could I do anything with like religion or something in figuring out anything Raven Queen related in that sense?
Sure.
Okay. Not bad. 14.
You know that when somebody dies, their soul goes to the Raven Queen, and the Raven Queen judges them and sends them to their appropriate place. Usually, like undead, like zombies, they don't have a soul. They're just the animated remains of someone whose soul has moved on. But when it comes to like a sentient creature, some they usually have something. If they didn't have a soul, they end up with a soul. So it's possible that something might grow within him resembling a soul, and when he dies, it'll rocket to the Raven Queen, and she'll do whatever with it. Like she's served by the Shatterkai. Eventually turn into these things called Sorrowsworn, which are sort of like undead, sort of. So, and you've also heard rumors of undead powered by positive energy instead of negative energy, like
Ooh.
good undead.
Am I able to channel that in any way?
Well, this is
Duvalia
Win
gets
figuring
mad
out.
when you suggest it. She says, "No, no, no, I don't do that. I'm a necromancer. I deal in necrotic energy. I'm
And
gonna do any
that's fine.
weird experiments like that."
That's entirely your own prerogative.
Hand me the pelvis.
So it's basically what Winthrop's going. So like, okay, so if he had a soul, went to the Raven Queen sorted it out. And then also, so if we're reanimating him here, he won't have a soul. He'll just he might get a new one. That's what I'm reading into. Is that accurate?
My head hurts.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she stitches them together. Now
To be fair, though, for like a small encounter way back in whatever episode it was where we met Fabio, this is like interesting.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
I mean, like, if I remember correctly, he only started having like his own thoughts when you like smooshed him real good.
Yep.
This is like
life went into his head or something. And I was like,
maybe it was my electric energy. It says something about electricity.
Lightning powered.
Wait a minute. Do you breathe?
Lightning dragon powered.
Duvalia says, do you breathe lightning?
Yes.
She says
She's a blue dragon.
That might have been what happened.
Oh, you animated him beyond what he had.
Oh my god! I stole a soul from the Raven Queen.
If I hear that, I go, Brave Sweet, no!
Don't say that out loud. She'll hear. Don't say
That's not
that.
how it works. I'm pretty sure. You made a new. It. Souls just can.
Souls just appear sometimes,
They incubate, I guess, is the best word for it.
Duvalia says normally to reanimate it, I would cast like a lightning bolt spell as part of the ritual. Maybe you should just do whatever it is you did then again, because it seems like it did something.
I like whenever Winthrop is contributing. I just realized we're gonna do some sort of Snow White stuff. This is great. Okay. I like to think whenever Winthrop is interjecting with insights that he has, he's just opening the door, shouting, and closing it again. Because he's like, I'm not having any part of this.
Sorry, I love that Aya is dying.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, she wants to do that. Are you up for that?
She's like, sure. She looks back at her party members like, privacy, please.
Okay.
Winthrop's not there. You already got rid of
Lilia's just standing there like,
I'll go find Winthrop and just like comfort of presence. Won't even say anything.
So she's
I'm literally like right outside the door, like this. Just
Aw.
like,
Okay.
So she's etched a glowing rune into each of the parts that are connected. He has new stitching, which is kind of it's mithril. It's like a whitish silver color. He's lying there. He looks like he's sleeping, except he's not breathing. And Duvalia, do you want Duvalia to stay or to go?
I think she could stay. Like, she's kind of being like, you know.
She's like right there. Like,
Oh.
all right, let's see what happens.
Lilia's
she's the
there too.
doctor
She's
at
really
the monitor,
excited.
just like,
She's
hurry.
"Ah!"
I think in order to get the full effect, she just breathes her blue lightning breath on him. Just bleh, barf.
Like,
So like I
Wait, no.
like I lean over close and like Lilia's all excited like and then I just barf on him.
It's like electric.
Yeah.
How
Alright.
does that work? Like with acid dragons, I understand how it can be barfed, but
It's like
No, no.
Pikachu. It's like
he
Pikachu.
got it.
Pikachu.
all right,
That's it.
so you do that, and it kind of, I guess, hits his chest.
I
or whatever.
don't think I have to roll to hit.
No. And like
Very close proximity.
his body like jolts for a moment, and then nothing. And she says, "Is that what you did last time? Because it's kind of like a weak lightning bolt compared to my spell. No offense."
She was offended.
I don't know if Winthrop can hear through the door, but he probably.
Yeah, you can.
You might sneak it like a
He just,
peek
like-
again just to see.
He'll go like this against the wall. Kiss the fool.
It's a dead guy.
Winthrop's just like, this happens, but I don't care. I don't-
Yes!
He just starts like, I don't know.
Yes!
As Brave Sweet's cheeks turn different shades of blue.
Just the loud shout, Arkai. Kiss the fool. Random
Go on.
What the heck?
All right. She's like, oh, fine. And she kisses, and I guess I roll something. I don't know. Is that a roll?
No, you don't have to roll.
Let's make it a roll.
All right, so
You don't have
all right,
to.
you want to make it a roll? All right.
I rolled an 11, but
Okay.
Amazing.
All right.
my I don't know. I must have a proficiency in kissing by now because every single time I've had that 20 before.
What would you even add to this?
I don't know.
Well,
I was gonna say
So,
charisma.
what happens is you lean over and you do that, and then his eyes like slowly open, and he looks at you, Brave Sweet, and then he looks at his hands, and Duvalia says, "It worked. Wow."
Fabio? I like put it like a hand like on his head, like to feel if like there's warmth or anything.
A little bit, yeah. And he looks at you and he smiles slightly.
In the other room, Winthrop's like this.
Scotty gave you a smooch to nat 20, Bree.
Scotty did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
One nat 20 for smooch.
Boom! Scotty, all right.
Aw,
All right.
The greatest smooch!
Scotty.
so precious.
All right, so he sits up, and Duvalia's like, because she's like, I could use a guard if you don't. Just
I mean, he doesn't have to work for me. But yeah, so sorry that but you're fine now.
he opens his mouth and he quietly says, "You're my captain."
Little tears start like welling in her eyes. Like, you can talk.
And he points at himself. He's Fabio.
Yeah,
Then he points at you.
your name is
And
Fabio.
he's like, "Brave, sweet."
I mean, if you don't. Yeah.
Rena's going, oh, and Winter's just like, I'm no.
He
no,
seems
no, no.
pleased,
But
and
he's
he
gonna be
looks
outside.
around the room. And Duvalier says, "See, I fixed his brain so we could talk, which would be useful for me if you don't want him."
Please.
All right.
Winthrop just knocks his head against the wall again. Just Kirk.
Winthrop is like, I don't think can I like walk up to Winthrop like
I'm literally
I'm
in the
sure
like
I'm
outside
tired.
in the hallway.
Listen,
Yeah.
I don't think that this is a bad thing. And I know that you don't want to take from the Raven Queen, but I don't think that Fabio's story was over.
I don't. Thing is, I know it's not a bad thing. It's just a weird balance thing, and I don't know how to feel right now.
That's fine, but just know that like it's just mainly for Brave Sweet to make her happy. And I know it's hard. I can't ask you to support it because you have your own feelings about death due to your culture. But if you need anything or to talk about it, like we're all here.
Mm-hmm.
I just, if he had a soul, that could put you on the wrong side of the Raven Queen, and that's what scares me.
Yikes.
Well, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Raven Queen is a very nice lady.
All right.
She'll understand for love.
So, all right.
I hope so.
Fabio is fixed. Now he can sort of talk.
I'm so happy.
I think I help him up. Like,
all right.
we probably like, I don't know if we're like in like a room or a nursing home or whatever, and we get like him something to wear.
Okay.
We probably brought some clothing from the ship that was his or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, probably would have been smart.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, at this place, Templar, there was a food court. There's magic food like Neep Loaf, Omni Veg, and they had Space Beer, which is beer from space.
Yeah, Brienne bought a bunch of that.
Yep.
Right.
So as you're,
oh, I have a bunch of this suddenly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you're,
But it's at the ship right now.
yeah.
Yep.
So as you're,
I think
guess
in Seraphine's room. Am I remember correctly?
Yeah, I think I hit it because we were trying to get, and no one goes in Seraphine's room without her knowing.
Okay. As you're kind of getting ready to go or whatever it is, an elf approaches you, a male elf. He's got pale skin, light blonde hair, and green eyes. And he's holding a duffel bag over his shoulder. And he's wearing a hooded gray tunic, black pants, and tall boots. And he says, "Are you headed out?"
I think
We
so.
are?
Yes.
We headed out.
My name is.
Like, are we done?
I think so.
My name is Alithar Balefrost. I was wondering if you needed any crew, because I'm ready to leave this place.
You'd probably have to
What's
ask
up?
our captain.
Oh.
Yeah.
Where's your resume?
Well, I served in the Elven Imperial Fleet for a long time.
Bravesweet marches along like a bit more pep in her step, and she's like, "And what it is that you do, friend?"
I'm just, I fought orcs. And, I served on a number of different elf ships. I know my way around a spelljammer. I'm just looking to get out of realm space.
Insight check.
Uh-oh.
Can I actually do that?
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Oh,
never mind.
no.
Oh no.
Never mind. Bracey's
All right.
got it. I'll just.
Notice a couple things. One, he seems like really interested in getting out of realm space, and also he's an elf, but he looks like a weird elf. Like there's something weird about him.
I mean, same.
Like
Yeah.
like when he moves around, his body looks weird. Like there's something under his skin or something.
Is this like what was his name?
Like an illusion, you would say.
No,
Yeah.
he's not an illusion. No.
Polymorph? No, it wouldn't be polymorph.
It was like what's his name from the dude that in the beginning. What was his name?
I don't know which one you're referring to. We've met a lot of people.
Yeah,
Like a
that's kind of-
doppelganger? Like a doppelganger? What I think
No,
he's
the one that was a mind flare.
Strom
Oh.
Wakeman. No, Strom
Oh.
Wakeman was all blurry.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's not like that.
This guy's just like when he moves his arm muscle, like
It's not quite correct.
all of a sudden, like there'll be a weird, like kind of like a plate or something in there.
I'll kind of whisper to Brave.
You know what? Well, I got the insight, but you go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, just watching. I'll just be like, if you want, you can take him on, but I'll keep an eye on him. It's up to you.
As unfortunately, our wonderful ship has a full crew, and
Yeah, I've taken on a
We
lot of
just-
crew recently. Like we
we've
hired like
recently
3
just,
people last time we
let
were
off a
there.
bunch of,
Yeah.
refugee. Yeah, and it's just like we were low on resources before, and it would be like hard to like get back up to speed with just more crew. If we added more crew, it just
He sighs, he hangs his head, and he says,
Like-
"I understand." And he turns.
But do not
and
do
he
not
s-
fear. More ships are on their way. But I'm sure they would need a fine fellow, a helpful fellow like yourself.
He stops and he says, sadly, "I hope so." And then he slowly walks away. As the piano theme from the old Incredible Hulk show plays.
How could
Yeah.
this happen to me?
I made my mistakes.
Oh,
It's like plate. What's the plate? Winthrop's still on the blizzard. Like, is there some more Warforged? Oh well.
All right, so you're gonna get on your ship, the Story
Yeah.
Weaver. and you're
Crisis
Yeah.
averted.
The beautiful
Okay.
Story Weaver.
Winthrop's like, okay. We have the Golem back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is he safe from the radiant stuff now because of the
Yes.
thing that happened?
Yes, and also
Yay!
Okay.
last time, you also had a thing installed on your ship, a statue
Yes.
of Umbra that will apparently protect it from radiant energy from the plane of radiance. So
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All
We
right, so
need that if we
Which
pass
is
through
like-
borders like that again.
We will stay on the ship whenever that happens.
So, do we know where we're going, or are we just following where the rod leads us?
just
pretty
follow.
much just where it leads us.
It's kind of doing the point and we go that way
Okay.
thing right now.
Okay.
Fortunately, there is a mission to be done, and I think we just averted a problem.
All right. When you get
'Cause
back
that
on,
guy was kind of sneaky. Kind of shady.
Hiding something?
I don't know. You look nice.
you and your
I
inside
don't-
checks. Crap.
Natural 20 insight check.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well. Who
I mean,
knows?
she's the captain, so I trust her judgment.
Yeah.
How did
I'm so sorry.
What did I do to tip you off? Was it? Did I detail just? I had an awful lot of details on him. So I mean, down to the clothes he was wearing, which.
I know. I was like,
I know. I was
she's
just like, you
suspicious.
made a nice character, and I'm just like, I was just suspicious, and I was just like, insight check, and my dice just happened to roll in that 20, so it's just like, wasn't meant to be.
Like
It's just like, well,
you met the necromancer. It's like, oh, she got black hair, the skin,
Yeah,
and
whatever.
and then it's like
This other guy.
he's
this
wearing
NPC
a hooded.
is very important.
Okay, so when you get on the ship, the crew greets Fabio, pats him on the back, and says, "Welcome back." And who's in your crew? Oh, I better tell you real quick. There's Sarah Yasmina, a Shair, and she's a little Jen, like a tiny little genie, named
Yep.
Amina. There's a Draconian, who's like a Dragonborn, but he's got wings, and he's from the Dragonlance setting.
He looks cooler.
His name is Savaxis.
You're
He's
the
got grass
coolest.
skin.
Aw.
You've got the egotistical descendant of Bigby. Her name is Bigby the Eighth.
Big B's head.
There's a GIF named Gullscreen Bilger. There's an autognome that follows Lilia around. His name is Zebulon 7000. There's a tiefling sensate named Seeker of Rainbows who wants to experience everything in the multiverse. There's a Vistani named Marcus Nurl. There's a blue-skinned, white-haired Wind Duke named Valendra, who's kind of the expert on the Rod of Seven Parts. And there's a gargoyle with coal-black skin named Sid Zalani. And your newest member of the crew, which is not the elf with the skin, but it's the Nimblewright Jennifer. She's like a clockwork person.
Right.
She'd been trapped
Yeah,
in the
our new
armor.
friend Jennifer.
She was trapped in the armor of woe, but you transferred her soul into the body of the Nimblewright. So you're gonna have the story weaver take off and resume following the rods thing.
Onward.
Yeah.
And I
Fine
give
with
one
soul
more glance
transferences.
to the
They haven't gone to the
NPC
Raven
that I'll
Queen.
never discover her secrets.
Yeah.
I sneak one more peek behind my person.
Wait, what are you checking on?
No, I'm just like as the ship leaves, I look back at the NPC that I will never know its full secrets because I rolled it at 20.
Oh, okay. So your spelljammer lifts off and you look down at the docks.
Yeah.
And you do see he just stands there and he's casting like a really long shadow,
Oh!
He's got a look on his
Shadowing.
face like, what do I do now?
Sean,
Good
are you
job,
saying
Brady.
this is foreshadowing?
Oh, she
I
needs
think that's
inspiration
very
for that.
good.
That's inspiration.
All right,
Come
yeah.
on.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, inspiration. Like
Oh, yeah,
we
cool.
could say that there's like 4 light sources around him, so there's literally 4 shadows. No,
Even better.
no, it's terrible. All right.
I miss this game so much.
All right.
That's the thing,
I
though.
know.
Puns, if they're terrible, are awesome.
So you get in your dragon ship and you fly it and you follow the directions, and there's a few days of travel as you're flying through wild space. And up ahead, from what you can tell, you are actually coming close to the shell of the universe, the crystal shell. And you can see in the distance. Okay, let's make sure I get this right here.
It's like the dot of an eye, right? In the writing.
Maybe. All right. So let's see. What do you see? Printed words, hundreds of miles tall, etched into the side of the thing. And every time there's like a little umlaut or tilde or whatever, there's like a golden glow. And the rest of the words are written in like light blue and they glow. And you're warned repeatedly by
Do
some
not read them out loud.
members of the crew. Well, don't even read them. Those are all spells written on the side of the crystal sphere. And if you read one, you will activate the spell. Supposedly every spell that exists is written on the inside.
Okay,
And you'll
but I don't-
cast a
alright.
gigantic version of it and it could be really bad. So in your
Is there,
view right
like-
now, there are
Just
2
avoid it.
spells that you can see in your view as you're slowly heading towards your, and the rod is directing you towards like the middle, a specific glyph in the middle of one of the spells.
Even
Alright
though
then.
I'm not going to read them out loud, but do I know what they look like? Do I know what it says? Like,
The only way to know would be to read the whole thing. So
Yeah.
Don't.
I can like read in my head, right? Like with that.
But
no,
it
if
still
you
might
do
set it
that,
off.
if you do
That's
that,
still
you
a
will set it
trigger.
off.
Well,
And
okay,
plus,
so we avoid.
you have to be trained in Arcana also to really understand it because it's like glyphs and stuff. So
Cool. I'm glad I'm not. I'm glad I'm not.
Lilia's just like sitting down and not looking as hard as she can.
Avoiding eye contact.
Winthrop's probably in the greenhouse again. Just like, this is my happy place.
Aw.
Trying very hard because curiosity is killing her.
so a few days have passed.
I mean, Lilia, come help me in the greenhouse again.
Okay.
It's less visible in here.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Just care for the plants,
Yeah.
and also Axel, and Sparkles.
Yes.
Twinkles.
All right. So a few days pass, and you're getting closer and closer to these glyphs, and then you suddenly drop out of spell jamming speed, and there's another ship kind of facing you, and it's sort of like looks sort of like a praying mantis. It actually has 2 big like hook things, I mean, made of wood, but they have blades on them. And it looks like they could be used to like go into a ship, you know. And it does actually have a big mantis head, and you see a number of creatures on deck. And
So this is just another spelljammer. It looks like a mantis.
it's another
It
ship.
looks familiar.
Wow.
No, you've never seen it. There is a name written on the side, but it's in a language you probably don't understand.
I can read any
Yeah.
language.
Let's-
So what does it say?
Oh,
You can read every language, really?
That's right.
the warlock invocation.
Oh,
If it's common, draconic, goblinese, or halfling, I can read it.
Goblin. I've got druidic, elven, common, and undercommon.
Yeah, I've got common, dwarvish, orc, and undercommon.
it's the ship's name is the Marauder.
Ooh, that's not good.
One of them,
Name
like
for a ship, though.
one of them has like a sling. And there's something weird on it. It's not a rock. It looks like a bottle. And they like woo woo go like this, and they whoosh. And so there's a bottle slowly tumbling through space towards your ship, and in it looks like there's something white.
Oh,
That's
Are
weird.
they like throwing Molotov cocktails at
My
us?
suspicion
That's what I was thinking, like,
is
No,
I'm
thanks.
gonna.
if I see it, I tell the crew hard to port, and I like try to make the ship avoid it because I think it's a bomb.
Oh god. I'm gonna run up on deck. Ring, ring, power. Give me my pony and fly, hop on it, and
Okay.
try to go towards it.
So Brave Sweet, you're gonna take evasive actions, and Seraphine summons her comet steed,
Yes.
gets on it, and it leaves a trail of stardust as you ride through space. And
It's
where
Awesome.
So majestic.
are you going?
I'm gonna try to go towards it to see if I recognize the energy inside of it.
So you
I'm trying to
ride
see if-
towards it, and it looks like actually there's a piece of paper inside of it rolled up.
Ooh.
And it's got a
Then
cork
I'll-
in it.
Then I'll snatch that puppy up and fly back to the ship.
Okay. You grab it.
And when I see that happen, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it, but make sure I'm like far enough away from the ship in case of danger.
All
I
right.
still made my ship avoid it just in case.
Oh, wait. So it's just a paper in it, and what you said, was there a stopper in it?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I see if there's any runes on the bottle that I can see of?
Nope. No runes on the bottle. No.
Okay, good. I was trying to make sure there wasn't anything like glyphs on it. And I'll just like uncork it and then grab the paper and like put it in my pocket, fly back.
All right. You fly back. You took the paper out of the bottle.
Yes.
You land on the ship.
Yep.
Okay. Now what do you want to do?
I feel
Uh,
like those
So
are
scared.
I know. That's why every time we ask the question, I'm like, do I do it? I'll open it. Is it in a language I understand if I
It
try to read
is.
it?
It's actually written in exquisite calligraphy in common.
Ooh.
And it says, "In the name of Dugaksh, hand over all elves on board your vessel.
Fuck.
If not, we will destroy you."
Does that include Brave Sweet? Not Brave Sweet. Winthrop.
Winthrop.
Yeah,
I'm an
sorry.
elf. I am an
Yeah.
elf.
It says, "If you agree to this, raise a white flag."
I'll quickly run and tell Brave Sweet so she can tell everyone like telepathically through the ship.
Do we have any other elves, or is it just me?
I think we
Um,
also what's her name? Is an elf.
Valindra
We have a
is
few.
the Windu.
Valindra's a wind duke.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, it looks like it's just Winthrop.
It's just me.
Shit.
Great.
We're not giving up our boy.
Yeah,
What's
we're
going
not
on?
giving them up.
I burst through the greenhouse and I'm like, you gotta hide.
Or can we
What's
disguise
happening?
him?
What's happening?
And I show you like probably you handed me the piece of paper.
Yeah,
right?
I definitely ran after and was like, ah, fuck.
And I show her the piece of paper, him the piece of paper real quick. We need to get you in the secret.
I instantly turn
Probably
into
one
a
of our
dog.
many secret like little. Perfect. We don't have elves on the ship. How about okay?
I'm a dog now. I bork
Okay.
bork.
Dog.
There you go.
Great. Problem solved.
Hold on. I need to
I'm
choose
like-
which kind.
And I'm like, okay, what about let's take this bottle. I like take like a piece of parchment and I'm like, we don't have elves, just dogs. Smiley face.
Don't.
Probably not a good idea to mention dogs, just in case.
I scratch out dogs.
I just grabbed the paper with my mouth, like.
No. And then,
I'm like here, and then I like put like some ink like down so you can put your paw on it and then like sign it with your paw.
I just sit and go like this.
okay.
Oh come
Is it-
on, Wayne, humor me.
The Blink dog gets like real excited that there's another dog on board.
Oh
Starts
god.
chirping.
I'll start playing with Good Boy.
All right.
Olivia, if anything happens, are you able to cast an illusion on Winthrop just in case things go south?
Yes.
Okay, then Brave Sweet, have you signed it? I can
At
football.
Lilia, just say no,
Yeah.
elves.
Yeah.
No
Okay.
elves.
Bark, 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 bark.
So once
Yeah,
Brave
no
Sweet,
elves. Have a nice day.
yeah, once Brave Sweet signs it, I'm gonna hop back on my steeding.
All right.
Go like
I hand
halfway
it
and
to
just
you.
kind of check it.
Now I'm playing with
Yeah.
Good Boy. I imagine this has happened before.
Probably on your free
Dog
time.
form Winthrop playing with Good Boy has happened before.
Probably.
And
I'm
Canon.
probably sitting there like, oh.
It's
So-
adorable. Everybody loves it.
You fling a
I
note.
just need to choose what kind of dog he is. Just give me a little bit and I'll tell you.
You fling a note back to them that says there's no elves on board, right? And then
Yeah.
you're all playing with the dogs.
Yeah.
All right.
Like, cool, problem solved.
Yeah. Some people. Gulfstream Bilger says, "Captain, they're coming closer."
Quick, Brave Sweet, tell everyone not to mention any elves on board.
Well, that's fine. They can come and visit us. We can offer them some tea and crumpets. And
They're-
we don't have any elves, and they'll see that we have no any elves, and then they'll go on our merry way, or we will go on our merry way. So,
I didn't have time to make any crumpets.
So they're pulling up next to your ship unless you decide to do something.
we're going as if like we have done nothing wrong.
Okay.
Yep.
So
when
I'm
they pull up
I'm gonna sit
first.
next to Lillian's. Like, I would like to know why they don't want elves. I mean, they don't want other people to have elves, I guess. I don't know, but
I mean,
I'll just be a dog for now.
one question at a time.
all right. So the ship
Yep.
pulls up next to yours and it's getting closer. And you
All
see
right.
on the deck there's a whole bunch of humanoid creatures. They look like orcs, but they have more pig noses than orcs do, and they have tusks. And in the tusks are like embedded gems, and some of them have gold rings on the tusks. And they're all wearing armor with like spiked metal on it. and a lot of them have battle axes, and a few of them have pistols or muskets.
Oh shit.
And one of them says, "Permission to come aboard."
Our pleasure.
And
have set
all
up-
of these orcs are standing like in formation, like at attention.
Perhaps we should only let a few on board, just the captain and who
We
the-
only really have a room for 3 of you
That's good.
to join us for tea.
The captain.
Probably 2 of his guards or something.
All right, so it's
Yeah.
Captain Rackblood
Okay.
Rack
who is
blood.
there?
and 3 of his
Rackblood.
flunkies. So they slap down a wooden plank that connects your 2 ships, and they walk across it, and they come on board to your ship. They look around, and they say, "No elves," and they start like sniffing the air.
Clearly not.
I think I would probably assign like someone like not Martis. I don't trust him. Probably Galandria to give him a tour, a brief tour, not like an extensive tour. Like
They
Places
say
you would show guests.
they say
Yeah.
we
Here's the bathroom.
we don't have
Yeah.
we don't have time for a tour. One of his flunkies gets out like a piece of paper and starts writing an elegant script. What is the name of this vessel?
Storyweaver.
Story. So they write down Storyweaver, Dragon Ship, and what is the captain's name?
Captain Rapes.
What's your business?
Our business. May I ask, what is the purpose of this? Are you some sort of security for the sector?
We are the Scrow. Our mission is to kill all elves for what happened in the Unhuman Wars. So we are just making sure that you aren't harboring any elves on board your ship, because if you are, then it is our sworn duty to Dugaksh to kill all of you.
What? Why
But
would you
you've already
wanna
said
kill
you
them?
don't have any elves on board.
If I'm in
God,
that area, can I do like a history or religion check or something? Because I'm like, what the heck is this?
I don't think you would
Different in the
know.
area.
This is a space thing, so
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah. Never heard of Dugaksh, never heard of Scrow, I don't think.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm not familiar with your organization. Fair enough.
He like looks to the stars and passionately tells you the story of the Scrow.
Oh my god.
Long ago, there was
What dear?
the Unhuman War. The war between the elves and orcs spilled into space, and the orcs lost the war. And one of the orc generals, Dugaksh, realized it was because the orcs were not disciplined. So Dugaksh took us to a world, and over centuries we trained and learned the language of our enemies and studied the tactics of our enemies. And we became the Scrow. And now, as we prepare for the second Unhuman War, we are killing all elves on sight until there are no elves left in the multiverse.
Question, Mister. Why would you try to hurt somebody? Like, why would you want to kill somebody if they haven't done anything wrong to you? I mean, it's not that all elves did this, right? I assume it's a section. Only a few elves did this.
He looks at his like underlings and he says, "Am I really going to explain myself to a gnome?" And then
Hey.
he says, "You were
Do I
nice enough."
really need to tolerate this thoughtless banter anymore? I say your time on this ship has been taken up. Now that we have no more elves or any sense of elves, I encourage you to get on your ship and Go on your merry way.
He
I
sighs.
do an intimidation check.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Like, that's enough questions asked.
All right.
Oh, a 19.
All right.
Intimidation. That's... Oh, I have a -1 intimidation, so that's 18.
That's very good. He looks around. He sniffs the air one last time. He turns and he walks back across the other ship. And one of his lieutenants says, "Well, so, Captain, are we?" And he says, "There's no elves on board that ship. Let's go." And then all of the Skrull look like really disappointed. They kind of sneer at you. Yeah. So they pull up the plank, and their mantis ship looks like it's pulling away from yours.
Disembarks. Good.
But they all like look at you like, yeah. All right. Gulfstream Builder like is sweating, and he like gets a handkerchief out. He says, "Well, that was close."
I just go up to the gift still as a dog and just
When did we get another dog? Okay. So so your rod piece
nudges his like just
he's like,
I'm actually
there. I don't.
yeah,
like
got
to-
pats.
Yay. I'd like to speak to like maybe one of the crew members who are more like familiar with the area, the space area. Like we learned a little bit about their organization from the short talk that we allowed them on board. But like, would anybody know on board anyone in the sector that could go and find these extremists if we gave them like a direction? Like we saw them.
I'm hearing the weirdest noise outside.
Birds.
It's like a leaf. It's like nighttime. Sorry.
Who blows
No
leaves
weird.
around like a leaf blower at night?
It's 8 p.m. All right. So I'm sorry. So
no worries.
You asked the person on the ship who knows about Realm Space is Zara Yasmina the Shire. She's actually from Realm Space.
Awesome.
You wanted to know about the Skrull?
Yeah. Well, more importantly, the fact that they're extremist group, anyone who knows who can deal with the Skrull.
There's Skrull, there's like millions of Skrull out there. And there's the elves, there's millions of elves, so it's like the Elven Imperial fleet, the elves have taken it on themselves to be sort of like the police of wild space. So they have these like vegetation ships that they fly around in, and they have these like living butterfly wing backpacks that let them fly through space just on their own.
Sick.
That is awesome.
And,
I want that.
Jealous then.
And they have
cool.
giant, like 20-foot tall, like mantis spirit warriors that they can get inside and control and stuff. So
are those like the butterfly ship wing things, like the lifeboats of Spelljammer?
Sort of, yeah. Or just if to board a ship, a bunch of them would just put those things on and fly across instead of like putting a plank down or whatever,
That makes sense.
Yeah, so that's all. And
I asked for if she would recommend if we let someone know from the Elven fleet some rough coordinates of where we met the ship.
She says you should, because if they will go after the Skrull, definitely. They hate.
All right. So. I don't know if we have a way to communicate on this ship to like a radio sort of thing to oncoming. Yeah.
So Zara says, it's a good thing we didn't put that elf we met on board, because that would have been a problem.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm still a dog. Depending on how long we've been doing this, like I think I can be.
I probably encourage you to be a dog until whenever your spell runs out.
I think that's 3 hours.
Okay.
All right. So your rod piece is directing you towards the a glowing like golden patch of light on the side of the crystal sphere.
All right.
So you flying towards it.
I guess so.
So as you get
Do we need to
close,
take any
it's
safety
gigantic, and it's
Okay.
just like golden light. It's like almost like blinding. And the crew gets nervous. Captain, what are we? What is that? And the rod is directing you to go right into it.
It points here. I don't see another way around it.
I
I gotta-
can I look at it? I have detect magic.
Also, that Scro ship is
Weren't
in the
we-
distance, watching you. They're all on the deck of the ship, just like you mother.
they really
They
wanted
look
to
kind of
find
mad
people.
that there's no elves on board.
It was like, it's like I thought I smelled an elf. It's like, well, just because elves were on board at one point doesn't mean they're there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
True.
So yeah, the
Um,
crew's nervous.
I'd probably like still as a dog, probably like next to Lilia. Just like if I remember correctly, it's like a radiant gate into a radiant plane, and that's where the piece is. And I'm just saying that as a dog, like I don't know how Lilia is
Right.
in the crew
Oh,
right now,
like
but
Scooby-Doo.
I'd be around.
Well, our ship is protected from radiant energy, so we should be good to go, right?
I would think so.
So,
'Cause the
Captain,
point-
we're good. Our
All
ship
right.
is protected.
We just want to be careful when disembarking because we will only last a little bit.
Okay.
I'll
Just
blow
don't
up.
get off the ship, or we will explode.
Of radiance. It's great.
All right.
Not a
All
not a doesn't
No.
sound like a good way to go.
No.
Well,
We'll take the ship in as directly, as quickly as possible. Grab and go.
from the
Sounds good.
definition of the radiance, it's the good. It is a good way to go, but it doesn't sound like a good way to go by another sense of the word good. And then I'm doing this thing. I'm probably walking in circles as if I'm chasing my tail as I
Yeah.
talk in circles.
It's adorable. We're just sitting there
Just
watching.
like-
Yes, and I will relay
You can understand
radiant,
what I'm
good, but not too much of a good thing is bad.
Yes, that.
So full steam ahead, Captain.
Aye.
Okay, so
Also, I probably would be some sort of like husky thing because that looks most like a wolf and is probably what I know.
okay.
I like it.
So
That
like
kind
a
of-
small,
kind
maybe
of
like
dog.
an alkai or whatever. What is it called? It's just like it's like a small
it's
miniature
just-
husky.
Oh, like a little black husky.
Not small. I was going for like wolf-like, but
Oh,
I love
Okay.
huskies. They're
Because-
so cute.
I love huskies too.
yes, yeah, huskies.
Are you all on the deck of the ship as you go through?
Yeah.
I
I'm-
probably wouldn't be
you're-
unless if someone is there, then I'd probably be there, but I'd be covering my eyes on the ground, like as if I were lying down, just covering my eyes with my paws. Unless the 3 hours runs out. I'm gonna be a dog until the 3 hours runs out.
No, you're still a dog.
I'll definitely be like near wherever Fabio is working,
Okay.
checking to make sure that he's okay while we
Mhm.
go into this sphere of light.
Okay.
Energy.
All right.
Good
So
idea.
your dragon
Who's-
ship
who's
like slowly
in
goes
the-
forward. You're all on
Probably
the
Biggie.
deck of the ship, and so you're slowly engulfed by golden light. It's like you're kind of like blinded. Your ship like shakes.
We
and
take those shades that we probably got from
for about
I'm still doing this with my paws over
oh,
my face.
45 seconds. You just travel, and it's like you're not even sure. Like you're still going forward, but it's like gets a little weird. But then you emerge from it into like some other planar realm. There's a sky of shimmering, ever-changing lights. Below you is a bowl of twilight. In the distance, you see
Funky.
drifting islands coasting on planar winds, and they're all connected by a rainbow bridge.
Whoa.
Yeah. So.
Winthrop loves it here.
It's so
It's
pretty.
so pretty.
Mm.
There's so many colors.
And your the rod is pointing you in a specific direction, like off to the left.
Oh,
And
great.
and behind you, you just see like a pinpoint of light behind you. Like you don't see a crystal sphere.
Okay.
Pretty sure you just went through a planar portal.
Oh, that's sick.
We don't see a way back.
There is
Do we
still
have any-
like a glowing golden light. It's smaller, but it's still there.
It's smaller because everything else is glowing really lots too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm assuming.
Hmm.
It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So the crew like comes above deck and they're like, "Wow, where are we? What is this?"
I don't know.
Weren't we told by the cleric person whose
Yeah,
name I can't remember?
She told you it was the quasi-elemental plane of radiance.
Right.
Yes.
We don't want to be in here for too long.
Right.
So
We do have a protective barrier on our ship right now from it.
that's
However,
true.
It's
But
true
it
that we do not
It
want to
won't
be.
last. Yeah,
Yeah.
it won't be. It won't last.
Yeah.
So we probably need to book it out of here as fast. I don't like how Sean's
All right.
going.
All
No,
right.
wherever the rod is pointing.
All
I
right.
really like how pretty it is, but it's probably like I have.
All right.
If we didn't have
I
that
wish I
field,
could.
I would not be surprised if
cast,
we
like-
already did.
I don't have it.
What?
Sorry.
I want like maybe like well, we don't know the rod parts. We can cast like locate object, could we, or something?
Oh,
I have that.
I had that written down.
I have it if you need it.
After
But
we
it's
get
in
the
1,000
second
feet.
one, the first one can cast Cure Wounds, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
The first part, and then once you get the second part is slow. Because I wrote it down from the person who had the notes.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I still have her book.
Mhm.
But if you have them both together and you stick them together, you can cast both of those and fly.
All right. So we definitely need Lilia to be present in order to put them together. Because I assume we're putting them together when we find it.
Yeah, it's a sort
It
of
just
ritual
makes it
thing.
a lot
Alright.
easier. Yep. All right.
So we don't lose it.
All right.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a thing that like if they get too close together, they fly apart?
You're gonna have
Yeah.
to make a check, and if you fail it, yeah, they come apart.
Okay.
So they teleport or just like physically go.
So before you do it, I'll
Magnet.
bless you.
They teleport, and like
Great.
every
That's not-
single.
no pressure at all.
I've tried to run this 3 times before, and every single time the campaign ended because that happened, and everybody just quit.
So what if they do they teleport out of your hands and you have to go find it again?
Yeah, they just vanish, and they're in some random plane. You know, you have
Both
to start,
pieces.
Start all over, yeah.
Oh my god.
Right.
That's
And
so
everybody's
scary.
mad at me.
Hey,
And when they should in
yes,
actuality
if
just
you
be mad
wanna
at the
give us
dice
that
because you're
credit when that comes up, I'm just saying.
The
7
first,
parts with a
fir-
lot of busyness it's intense. That's one way to get to level 20 really fast.
the first time they quit was because this is right out of the box set adventure. There was a
Mhm.
piece that a fire giant woman was using in her hair, and they were kind of low level, and they were just like, they got mad at me, like, can't fight a fire giant, you know.
Oh,
So
you can't know until you try.
that's what I said, but
If
Yeah,
I don't
we
play it, you
fought
couldn't
Lilia
level
3
3.
times.
I will. They probably were too low level.
To
But I mean,
fight,
you don't have to
could-
fight her, right?
You could
There's other ways to
try
get
it.
it.
You could
You seduce the giant. That's
Oh,
how it's
That
done.
I would have. That would have been awesome.
bribery, seduction,
Yeah.
just straight up taking it out of her hair as a rogue.
Yeah.
There's
More
options.
Yeah.
You might
More
aggro
ways
the
to
giant.
solve a problem than
She
beating
didn't. She
a problem
didn't
with a
know.
stick.
She didn't know what it was. She just thought it was a hair thing.
thought it was pretty.
Yeah.
Persuasion. There you
We're
go.
not quitters, okay?
Like one of those long things that you put in
We're
your
gonna
bun.
give the rod of 7 parts.
No, actually,
What
if 2
happened?
pieces split apart, like I will like shoot myself. I do not want. So let's
do
Have
not
you
wanna
give us
shoot ourselves
advantage? Give us
God.
advantage.
in the foot.
There we
with
go.
that.
feel like the never-ending campaign. Being
We could just beg for bits on Twitch.
Just like give us inspiration, please.
All right, let's
Yeah.
go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Right, yeah,
There we
the
go.
natural 20. Yeah, that would work. Yeah. All right. I
I also have guidance cantrip, which gives an extra D4 if we ever need it. But it's not a lot, but it's something.
So you start following your instincts and fly through the plane of radiance.
Yes.
All right. You pass close to one of those islands. You see a vast city on an island with towers of spun glass, and the streets are made of opal. In this city, you see 3 types of creatures. There's ladies with wings, and their bottom halves are snakes, and they have harps. So you hear a lot of harp
That's
music.
so cool.
And then you see, they look like humans, but they have golden skin, and above their head, they have 3 colored lights that spin like a halo. And then there's sphinxes flying around.
Wow.
So one of the snake-bottomed winged harp people starts flying towards your ship. What do you do?
Dog.
Reading.
Oh, hi.
She says, "Hello, may I come aboard your vessel? I mean you no harm." Twinkle, twinkle, harp noises.
What do you need us for?
Captain.
You should have insight
I've been
check.
trying-
Go ahead, make an insight.
Check, but I'm enjoying this.
Yeah, I want to do an insight check. I'm really good at it.
Good.
Lilia
Listen.
thinks that she's totally being for realsies, so she's not gonna do it.
I rolled a critical fail. Wow.
Oh, shit, can I do it?
Yeah.
Because I have really good insight.
Bracelet, you have no idea.
Just like,
9.
just like-
Okay.
Not good, but I'm happy about this. I'm like, ooh.
Okay, well that's a 22.
Oh, yay!
You are sure that
high
this,
insight.
this is a creature without guile. Like, she couldn't lie if she wanted to.
Okay,
Ah.
good.
But
It's
Winthrop
pretty
and
cool.
Bracelet, she might be a liar.
I'm just.
She's not playing a liar.
Well,
She's
we've
playing a
had
harp.
We've had to deal with
Oh,
liars
wow.
before.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you. Thank
Wow.
That's another inspiration.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That took me a minute. It's
Inspiration.
like, wait.
Wow.
Oh.
All right.
A liar.
She says, I've never seen a ship like yours before. How exciting.
Oh.
Well, it is quite fabulous, isn't it?
Do you want to hear a song?
Yes.
She's like,
Oh.
it's like a harp song.
I do that dog thing where if they're trying to get a better, they listen to it and just go like,
Oh.
So cute.
I don't think I've ever
Well-
seen someone play a dog better than Rena is doing right now.
Yeah. Ah, Scotty gave me a touch.
Amazing.
Thanks, Scotty.
Thanks, Scotty.
I've had practice.
Have you?
Scotty ran. I think it was Scotty. Was it Scotty? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
There was
yeah,
one
it
thing-
was Scotty.
Okay, yeah. Scotty ran an impromptu.
Oh.
We were just all talking about pack stuff. And then we just decided, let's play a campaign, and we just turned into dogs at some point. No. We started out as dogs.
Yeah, everybody was playing
Yeah.
dogs.
Hmm.
It was
It was
great.
fun.
That
We
sounds
plan
very
to continue it at PAX if we all meet up.
Mm.
When we all meet up. It's not
Yeah.
if. It's going to be just when.
What's the well, we don't have time, but I mean, what's the adventure
Sorry.
that the dogs go through?
There was a hole that smelled weird. Aya fell into it and turned into Lilia,
There's a hole that
Yeah,
smells.
yeah.
but she was still as a dog, so she was very confused.
Oh.
It's great.
Yes. It was
That's-
so cute. I loved
And
it.
I ignored the hole and just became a fat chihuahua. It was great.
Oh.
She
Got
ate,
up to
a
the
whole pizza.
countertop, ate a whole pizza,
Wow.
Yeah.
and my dog was just like, I don't know what to do. My friend fell down. My friend fell down, but it smells good over there. And it's just like the whole time.
The lady
It was
says,
fun.
I'm what is known as a Lilland.
A lily.
Is there anything you want to know about this realm?
I am known as a Lilia.
Oh,
I'm
Nice
like,
to meet you.
it would be of great service if you could tell us where the rod of 7 parts or one of the
she says,
pieces.
I have no idea, but I can tell you that the city you're passing right now is called Canol Aald, the Harp of Glass. It's the
Ooh.
home of the Glimmer Folk.
If you may be so kind as to just allow us to pass by and gather
She says, of course you
the
can.
thing we seek.
You'll find
Unfortunately, we're a bit on a timer that we don't have long to stay.
you'll find that most of the people and creatures here are very kind.
I love this place.
Yes. She tells you about the Glimmer Folk. So they got those 3 like balls of light that circle around their heads. Each one of those can be used to cast a spell once per day. So you can cast dancing light. Oh, so it would be. It's not called dancing lights in this, is it?
Dancing lights is a spell that
Oh, okay.
exists, but I think it's a cantrip.
Okay. Dancing lights, color spray, and invisibility. And they're the main race that lives here. But there's also
Name of the
radiant
city.
creatures. So there's semi-translucent masses of shimmering, shifting colors and lights. They have a rainbow aura that will dazzle you. Oh, I forgot. Everybody please make
Oh,
a wisdom saving
Uh-oh.
throw.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh gosh.
Okay, I'm good at
this
this.
happened.
Lilia, what'd you get?
Are you kidding me?
Lilia, what'd you get?
Oh, I'm using.
I got
Oh, nice.
I got 14.
A 14. What did Seraphine get?
Well, I got a nat 1, but my bonus is 6, so it's 7.
Oh. What about
Sure.
Winthrop?
I'm doing math. 23.
That's good.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Did you? Oh, if Winthrop's a dog, Winthrop should have a dog name. So I'm thinking Winthrop Starbark instead of Starbreak.
Aw.
Okay, that works for me.
And Bracesuit, what'd you get?
I got a 14 as well.
So everybody except Seraphine made it, and some of the crew failed it as well. So
Oh,
you,
great.
Oh,
as
no.
this Lilland is talking and playing music and whatever, you slowly notice that Seraphine is just staring off into the void, as is Marcus, Neural,
Oh no.
Yes.
Gulfstream,
him.
Bilger, and Sid Zalani.
I'd imagine Sid is actually not on deck though.
He was. Everybody wanted to get a look at this weird
Oh,
realm
okay.
that you're in.
Mhm.
It's like, at least at first when we were entering, he wasn't, because I know how he is about light.
We probably, like, the people who made the save, like, we're beginning to notice that our crew is acting a bit off.
Yeah. If I notice anything, especially with Seraphine, I'll just like go over to her and just like bark in front of her. Just
She's just staring off into space.
I cast like detect magic or
That's weird. Like,
Detect magic? Yeah, she's definitely under the effects of this realm. You felt it as well too, that the dazzling lights almost have a hypnotic effect. So it's kind of like they're in a trance.
will doing dispel magic work on?
Yes, actually, yes. You're pretty sure that would.
Okay. Well, I'll do it on I can only do twice, so I'll do it on Seraphine.
Mm-hmm.
And
then there's let's see, Sid, the gargoyle guy, Marcus the Vistani,
We
and
could probably leave Marcus as is. It's fine.
and who did I say the third one was?
Gulfstream Bilger.
Gulfstream Bilger.
I'll do it on Gulfstream.
Oh, okay.
I'll go over to Sid and just kind of start tugging on his hand as it
Being a guide
a
dog.
piece of clothes, and just tugging on it, just like, come on, let's go this way. Come on.
If you take like half an hour nap, I can probably fix the other two.
The Lilin says, "Oh, that's right. That happens to some people. They just end up fascinated forever."
Oh,
Great.
wonderful. Okay.
I'm just gonna start just nudging Sid this way, friend.
Yeah.
Like this way.
Okay. We should probably stop right there. We'll
All
pick
right.
it up next time when we do some plugs before we stop. I got any plugs or anything you wanna?
Yes, every Friday I play Retroverse, where we're doing a fun 80s 90s adventure. So come play with me there. And I also have a podcast that comes out every Wednesday ish, where we play Power Rangers and such, and it's a very good time. And all the characters in that show are a bunch of nerds. So please come and join. It's great.
Chloe, do you have any plugs?
Sorry, ignore the children. Yes, you can follow me at Chloe_Fairy1 on Twitter. And this upcoming Thursday, you can catch me on Sean, with Sean and Dylan, and all my other lovely favorites on the Greyhawk channel for Secrets of Castle Greyhawk. And that is going to be at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then just here every Sunday.
Renee, got any plug or Roonies?
Here every Sunday. Haven't been on Waffle Talk recently because scheduling is
a problem.
scheduling, everybody. But my schedule should free up around December, so fingers crossed for that. Other things. Do I have other things? Oh, you can follow me at Miko_Carina or MIKO_CARINA on Twitter. If you get rid of the underscore, I am liking things more on Instagram, so hopefully I'll do more there, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, that's all I really have.
What about Brienne?
I'm here, same time, same channel. And then I'm also playing with you on Ramrod's DM'd game we just played yesterday.
Rappanathok
at what time is it? Sorry, I'm bad.
9 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern Standard Time. And then the lot of us is going to be at PAX Unplugged, and we're so stoked for that. So if any of you guys are fellow nerds, fellow fans of anything D&D, Dice Camera Action related, get in contact with us on Twitter, or we're trying to set up a kind of a meetup, and more information will be on the way, and we hope to see you there.
I'm going to be dressing up as Lilia, so that's going to be fun.
Awesome.
I have a plan for what I'm dressing up as. One day I plan on doing it with makeup, specific makeups rather, and the other day without those specific makeups. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you would have seen it already. I'm going to be one wintry boy from my Dice Action.
Yeah. It's so good.
One is the without and one is the with, and it's great and it's fun. And I love my costume and I'm really excited. Hopefully I'll get contacts. Yay.
Anyways,
cool.
Come to PAX Unplugged if you can.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was the point. Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, I'll be on the Greyhawk channel at 1 p.m. I'm a player in Orchard, run by Pro Restarter. It's a really good campaign. Check it out if you can. And
so many streams.
And then I don't know. Then don't forget to watch Dice Camera Action on Tuesday.
We're all big super nerdy fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I have to catch up. That's part of my.
Have you watched?
So much.
Oh my god.
Did you watch the live show yet? Did you watch the live show?
No, but I'm so excited too because
Just
I have another.
Just the costumes make me teary-eyed. It's just so good.
I have another 4 costumes that I want to cosplay someday. Let's just say.
Cool.
Do it.
All right, everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you again next time. Thank you.
Thank you.